It's your boy MacToCool93 here, and we are live here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And today we have a special guest by the name of Demo. He is a tattoo artist, a actor, a rapper, and a prop maker. Um, and we are going to do a little bit of a deep dive into a little bit of what Demo does, get to know him a little bit better, and just talk a little bit today. Um, just give me one quick second. I will get all of my shares going. But in the meantime, Demo, do you want to tell them a little bit about yourself? Where they can find you on social media, stuff like that. Get to know him a little bit better.
Sweet. All right. My name is Demo, short for D Mortis. Like you said, I'm a tattoo artist, a rapper, prop maker, actor, I guess, script writer, and all that stuff like that. You can find me on all social media platforms under Woodlum Ink Studios. That's WOODLUMINK Studios.
Awesome, awesome. Now I've got that going. I need to. So you guys are kind of gonna see a little bit of a lag on this camera right here. Um, I don't know what's going on with it. Tried messing with it a little bit before I came live, but it's still being a little weird. But let me get my shares here going. Bring in some people, and we will get right into it. But how was your day, man?
It's been a busy day today. I've been tattooing all day. Got up at like 7 this morning doing tattoos. Literally had just got done with my last one like maybe 20, 30 minutes ago.
Nice, dude. I feel that cause I worked this morning. Today was like day 8 of 8 straight, and I was just like, I was tired today. I'm off tomorrow, luckily, but yeah, no, I'm just today is a tiresome day. I'm getting my shares going, so I'm almost done with that. Bringing some peeps in.
Oh, man, I'm exhausted.
I feel you. I feel you. All right. Someone said bring your mic a little bit closer.
Me?
Yeah, they said maybe ask him to bring the mic a little closer.
I got y'all. Give me a second. Is that better?
Is that a little bit better? Apparently, your audio compared to mine is low. Weird. What's going on to the three people here in Twitch? Girl, y'all's probably gonna hear my cat. She's being super crazy. And like, I don't know. All right. So I'm. If it still sounds low, let me know. I might have to adjust something on. Oh, he said much better. All right.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna start off. So, what got you into tattooing, and how has that changed your outlook on art?
It's a funny story because as a kid growing up, I really did not care too much for art. I really couldn't draw. I could barely draw stick figures. Couldn't draw a straight line. Couldn't do anything. Like it was horrible. But I ended up wanting a tattoo from somebody who was like one of my friends who did tattoos professionally, and he tried to charge me like $100 for like a name or something like really small, like my arm or something. was like, I'm not about to pay that. So I was like, I probably could do it myself. So I decided to go on Amazon and buy a tattoo kit, which you can get no matter the age for like $100. And I did that and got it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start tattooing random stuff on me to see if I'm good. And I actually started tattooing Digimon crests on my leg and Pokemon and stuff like that. And I actually was pretty decent at it. And if you post on Facebook, who wants to be my test dummy, a lot of people will be like me.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
started practicing on like a lot of different people, and I actually got pretty good at it. And I was like, yeah, maybe I can stick with this. And like the first 3 years of me doing tattoos, I only tattooed on my off days, which was Saturday and Sunday. So for 3 years, I only tattooed people on Saturday and Sundays, and I did it for practically free.
Oh
Like I
wow.
did any tattoo they wanted for like $20.
Shade said me.
See, a lot of people will be a test dummy, no matter if you're good or not. They're like, yeah, you can practice on me. Go ahead.
I made
You have
that
50-50
mistake.
chance of it being good. So,
Oh, I'm gonna tell you more. For me, it was more of a 60-40 chance of it being terrible. Like I've got some decent ones, I've got some terrible ones. I'm gonna be honest with you. The terrible ones kind of outweigh the good ones through some of my arms.
yeah, I was like 14 when I got my first tattoo.
Oh
So,
wow. I was 16.
yeah, I kind of coerced my mom into some letting me get it. Kind of, played her.
Right.
Told her, she was like, you can pay for it, you can get it. And I was like, all right, bet. It only cost me $5 and a pack of cigarettes.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, $5 in a pack of cigarettes. There you go.
Hey, back then that went a long way, man. I'm
Right.
telling you, I had a whole chest piece done for a pack of cigarettes and $5.
That's a
And a
little
pack of cigarettes and a pack of Newports back then was like $3.20. So for less than $10, I got a really big tattoo.
literally sounds like a prison yard exchange. It's like you give me a pack of cigarettes and $10, I'm gonna tattoo you.
I mean, it was technically a jailhouse tattoo. He had a raggedy machine with like batteries hooked up to a pin cap with like a automatic razor motor and stuff. It was crazy. And he
Needles.
made the ink out of melted chess pieces.
No.
So
Oh
it
my
probably was
god.
like super unsafe, but it still looks good today. So
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Needles.
But
I
no,
will
back then,
not be showing you any of my terrible tattoos. You've seen some of them in person. Because I'm not trying to get demonetized on Twitch because I took off my shirt. It ain't happening. um,
hilarious.
right. But then Shady Wolf said they are now a gallon of gas. Literally, just a
Yeah,
pack of.
Newports are expensive.
So how long have you been tattooing for? I know that's probably going to be one of those loaded questions.
Nah, not really. I've been tattooing for 5 years now.
5 years.
Like I said,
Okay.
the first 3 years was only on Saturday and Sundays, and I took it seriously. It's 5.5 years, so I took it seriously about 2.5 years ago. Quit my 9 to 5 and started doing it full time.
Okay. Okay. In your opinion, what's the worst area to tattoo?
Um, foot. The
Foot.
foot sucks.
Like, is that as a like you tattooing it? You just say it sucks, or getting it tattooed?
On me, none of my tattoos hurt, and I'm literally covered from like neck to ankle, like covered. None of them hurt for me, but me seeing people get tattoos and me doing tattoos on people, the foot hurts the most, the wrist, the hand, and then the middle of the neck right here.
See, I don't see how people say the knuckles or uh like the I've got my knuckles tattooed, didn't hurt. I've got my hands tattooed, didn't hurt. I've got my wrist, dude, like that. It's probably the easiest spot. Like I got my elbow done, and I asked the guy when I got it done. I was like, "How's the elbow feel?" And old dude was like, "If you can handle your hands, it's the same thing." I fell asleep on my elbow. Like Shades can attest to that. Like he was there. He got his supernatural tattoo on his hand. He says the knuckles hurt, but I don't agree with that. But I've also been getting
See,
tattooed since I was 16. So
yeah, I will not be finding that out because I would never tattoo my hands.
pass. Now, did you pass out from getting tattoos because of pain or just the you were relaxed?
Me?
No, Shade said I passed out from getting tats because the vibrations. LOL.
Oh, I've done had so many people pass out from tattoos, and it mainly is because they don't eat enough,
Yep.
and then they're nervous, so it gets their blood pressure fluctuating, and
Yeah.
that's what causes the blackouts.
Yeah.
So
Oh, from being relaxed. No, I feel that. I've had so many tattoos where I've just been so relaxed that I fall asleep, and then I've seen one in my years being in a tattoo shop. A friend of mine was getting something done, and I told him to make sure he eats beforehand because this was like his second tattoo. Didn't eat, didn't have nothing to drink, and he starts getting pale in the face. He's like, "Oh, I'm starting to get woozy." And me and the tattoo artist both stopped. It was like, "You good?" So like we gave he gave him a I think it was a calcium tablet that like helped bring him back up. And man,
yeah,
I've never seen someone get so pale in their life just from getting tattooed. Oh. All right, so what got you into cosplaying, and do you have any big cosplay plans for yourself within? If you want to reveal, but do you have any like big cosplay plans in the works or?
um, what got me into cosplay? Well, actually, personally, I didn't even know like cosplaying and conventions and ranger conventions and all that stuff was a thing, like a big thing. I thought it was like once a year in like San Diego or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know it was like everywhere until I got into the whole working with the Rangers things. So then I started like seeing that anime conventions was a thing. And I'm like, yo, I love anime. Like I want to do that. So my first anime convention I went to was Otaku Fest with my best friend down in Miami, and my very first cosplay was Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and
Okay.
yeah, it was pretty fun. And from there, I just started getting more anime cosplays and more Ranger cosplays and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to do this like every time I go to a convention. So that's kind of how I got into it, just randomly. And I wouldn't really say it's really big because I mean I got so many Rangers stuff, so it's not really any Rangers that's big as a cosplay. I can say the one that I'm looking forward to doing is a custom Mbaku as Black Panther cosplay.
Ooh.
So I'm going to have a design, 3D sketched up of Mbaku as if he was to take the herb and become Black Panther. And obviously, he doesn't worship, Bast, the Panther goddess. He worships, the ape dude.
Yeah.
So his mask would take on the features of his ape mask that he wore when he battled T'Challa for the throne.
Oh my god, dude, that
So
does
it
sound dope.
basically wouldn't have any ears and stuff like that, and it would look like an ape.
Yeah.
And
So
his suit basically would have his little fur thing that he had on his back
yeah.
and stuff like that. It's been some artwork that I seen around floating around. And I talked to this guy who did this drawing, and I asked him if I could transition that into a cosplay, and he said, yeah, it was fine. I'm gonna pull it up and show you guys real quick. Give me 2 seconds while I pull it up. But yeah, besides that, that's really the only big one I guess I can say I have planned.
Heck yeah. That sounds
Nobody ever really does stuff like that. So
that sounds dope though. Like
So these two are the concepts.
Hold up.
Let me see.
Did you send him?
No, I can't. I'm gonna show it right here because it's on my iPad. So this,
Oh, that's dope.
that's one of the concepts, and then it was this drawing that somebody else did. I like
Ooh, that looks.
the
All right.
suit.
I like that one a little bit better. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. So I'm incorporating these two pieces to kind of make one suit. I'm gonna keep the staff there and the thing on his back. Maybe I might not put the thing on his back. I might just end up having a little fur around his neck like he usually wears,
Yeah.
um, and stuff like that. But yeah, so them are the concepts that I'm using, and I'm in the process of getting all that figured out.
Dude, that's dope. So 50 Shades says, I don't mind tats or piercings, but needles at the doctors can leave me the hell alone. I feel you on that. And
I
Shady,
got a funny story. So I had to go to the VA the other day to get some checkup or whatever, and they had to give me a flu shot.
oh my god.
And I don't like needles at all. And they bring out this needle, and I'm just freaking out. And they're like, "Dude, you're too big to be freaking out about a needle. You got all these tattoos." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm
Tattoos and
terrified. Like, you gotta let me like get a second." And like they kept like coming at me with the needle. I'm just like, "Yo, chill, like, chill." And like the whole blood draw area, they were just laughing so hard because you got this 230-pound, 6 foot man scared of a needle, and I'm like almost in tears because
yeah,
I am terrified of needles.
bro, I don't fuck with. See, I don't like needles. So right now
Mm.
we've got Needle Noggins in here, Shady Wolf 30, Wicca Star 8, 50 Shades 26, and Caps Lock 70. It looks like. Welcome in everybody. Um, I'm just dude. Like I don't like you've seen Clay. Clay's a big dude. He does not do well with needles, and he's 6'4". And you see that man just cussing up a storm. He's not. He is not into it at all. And I'm like, bro, I'm the same way because like I'll be doing something. I'll be like, I don't like needles, man. And they look at me. Now this is when I have my eyebrow done, my ear gauged, my lip done, and like all my tattoos. I'm like, see that those are different feelings. Those are two different things than you know a needle just being placed into your arm and you can't really do much. Uh,
Yeah, it just feels different. And I'm currently going through physical therapy right now
uh,
because I have a bad back, lower back, some damage back there from the military days, and a bad hit. So they're doing like acupuncture, electrotherapy, or something like that, where they stick the acupuncture needles into my body all the way deep down to the tissue, and then hit it with electrotherapy,
ooh,
and it sucks. It
that doesn't sound fun.
sucks. It sucks so bad.
Does
But
not sound fun
I gotta get it done.
at
So
all. Yeah, and them trying to get the needles in on Clay, it does not because like he's got really thick skin, so like his veins are like really hard to get to. They literally have to poke him 7 to 8 times to even try and get any kind of needle going.
oh no, that's
So for you've got a 3D printer. So what was the biggest learning curve getting a 3D printer, and what printers do you have?
biggest learning. Well, let's start off. I have two longer LK1s, which is their very first models. Heard they were pretty easy to work with. That was a lie. Biggest learning curve was actually getting it to work, like like setting it up and getting it to print a full print properly, and not just like not just one of those little test prints, like an actual big
Well,
2 day print.
like one of these things. That's what comes with the Ender 3. That's what he considers a small print. And
Yeah,
uh I dude, he is right on the money with that.
like it literally took me 2.5 weeks of searching and scouring the internet for anybody to help me on trying to get these machines running, and I have two of them. So, I would think, oh yeah, this is perfect. And then I'll get halfway through a print and then it'll shift. And then all the layers is messed up. And then now it's messed up. It's not going to finish right. And it's just small stuff like that. And I'm like, why is it doing this? Why is it lagging? Why is it getting caught on stuff? Why is it stuttering? Like, why is it getting jammed? Like, it was so many questions. But luckily, my buddy, Aaron Ferris, he's a fellow prop maker. He has the same exact machine. And he literally walked me through everything, and he has a solution to everything, and
Yeah.
he ended up helping me. And ever since then, it's like, yeah, only thing I got to do now every so often is like move the, adjust the bed level a tiny bit, but now I can just push start and let it go for 3 days. Like right now, I'm actually printing the Quasar Saber
Ooh.
and Samurai Green helmet. And they have to go for about 2 days each.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
just in there printing.
See, I wish I had your luck because I've been trying to get mine working.
I was at the point to where I literally packed up both machines in the box they came, printed off a shipping label, and was going to return them. Like I was done. I didn't even care anymore.
Yeah.
Like I was so mad. But then Aaron was like, "Yo, just take a few days off, man, and come back at it, and let's try it again." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah. No, I feel that. Like, I've been like that. I'm like, man, I wish it wasn't past my 14 days because I'd have returned this bitch. Like, but I'm set on trying to figure out what is going on because right now I got it fixed. I got the one test print right there saved done, and I was in the process of I was gonna print something for a friend of mine. Now he kind of already knows what it's gonna be, but I had the STL file for the Dragomorpher for Dino Thunder, and I'm gonna print out a couple of those. And I was like, okay, I did good on my first one. I'm gonna come back from work the next day. I'm gonna set it all up. I'm gonna do it. I'll be fine. And then nothing was sticking to the bed, so I was like, okay, maybe I need to try and level it. So I tried to do that, and nothing was doing right. So I'm like, okay, now all of a sudden I auto home, and the nozzle is over the bed and it's sitting on the bed. So I'm like, okay, I've been researching everything now for like a week trying to figure out why this is doing it. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus today and tomorrow a little bit on getting this thing figured out and tell my mama I said what's up. Um, one of my friends said my mama says hello. But no, like I love the printer. I love how great that first print came out. But man, if I don't know, no, I knew it was hands on, but man, this thing has just been kicking my butt.
Yeah, it sucks. It's not for the weak at heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The faint of heart. You gotta have some grit and determination to get it to work because it sucks.
Yeah. So what's it like being able to make helmets for clients, such as some of the Power Rangers, and your work be recognized?
It's pretty dope, man. I just do this stuff for fun, man. Like, I don't really care for all the recognition stuff. You know, just meet some of the Rangers, and they talk about how they just want a decent helmet. Because they either don't have one, or one of theirs broke, or whatever the case may be. You know, after a while, you get to talk to them, but if they're cool, I'm like, hey, I can make you one. You know, no problem at all. And for example, like the Wild Force cast members, I met them for the first time at what
Ranger
was it?
style.
It was a
Orlando.
yeah, I think it was no, was it Orlando?
Or
No, I met them first at PMC.
okay.
I met them at PMC, and first time ever meeting those guys. And,
Love
we were
them.
just chatting it up, having fun, talking and stuff like that. And they were like, "Yo, that'd be great if you can make me one. Preferably before Orlando, because that was the next big event they had." And I was like, I'll do my best. And time came around, I ended up making three of them before Orlando. And when I got there, gave it to them. They were like, "Yo, these are great, and you only did these in like a month and a half." Like, yo, that's dope. Like, you did three in a month and a half. Like, hats off to you.
Especially if you got
Um,
two, like that brings down a whole lot of time.
yeah. So I only had two printers, and I printed three full helmets and finished them. And I actually had to reprint the blue Wild Force Ranger helmet because his teeth broke, and I didn't like to
Oh,
just glue it on and just like just jerry rig it. So I just reprinted the whole thing. So that was an extra like 2 3 day print, um, but I still got it done. And I was going to give it to him for free because I really don't care. Um, but they were like, no man, we respect your craft, and like I wouldn't want anybody to do anything for free. So here, take this, and then pay me for them. And it's really dope. And, they were like, hey, whenever you get a chance, if you can do an updated one, and we can maybe sell this one and donate it to charity and stuff like that.
yeah,
Just let me know. Take your time. And like I appreciate stuff like that. And, like the Dino Thunder Rangers, they did the same thing. They're like, if you want to make this one, great. We can donate our old helmets to charity. Stuff like that. Like
yeah.
it just feels good to be able to do stuff like that. So
Now, I'm kind of gonna point this out. What's that on your tattoo table back there that I'm seeing?
a few things that I actually printed and finished. You want to start with a weapon or an actual helmet?
Hey,
I guess we
so
can save the helmets for later. We can
yeah,
save the helmets for last.
yeah. Let's
Let's
save
do
the helmets for last. Let's see what you got, kind of just chilling back there.
that. So after I finally got my machines working, I wanted to print a Digivice from one of my favorite series. And I haven't got around to painting it yet. I've sanded it and everything like that. I just haven't painted it yet. But I ended up making a Digivice from Digimon Frontier. You guys can see it. It's pretty dope.
And that's the one where they become
They actually become the Digimon.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
So yeah, I actually made this one, and this was print number 4. Like it failed 3 times before
Oh,
before it actually became pretty decent. And it was my fault because I didn't have the settings correct in the actual computer, but got it. So that's all that matters. And then I ended up printing like every other Digivice you can think of: the D3, the regular Digivice, the one from Digimon Tamer.
oh
Literally
yeah,
printed every Digivice just because I was bored. I printed out the crests and tags. I printed off a small little Vmon and Agumon. I have a really big Patamon that I have to finish.
yeah.
You want to see that?
I
Because
kind of do that because like
Patamon
Patamon.
is actually my favorite Digimon, and I took the Digimon test on Crunchyroll, and he was my partner. And
Hey,
I actually cosplayed as
Ty. No, TK.
TK. Yeah,
Teen
I
version
cosplayed as
TK.
TK. Huh?
Teen version TK.
Teen version TK, yeah, with the bucket hat.
Yeah.
And I had Patamon on my hat, and he was just sitting on my head, and like everybody loved it. But give me 2 seconds, I'm gonna grab Patamon.
Got you. I got you. Yeah, no. Shades. He's some of the like he's shown me a little bit of what he's printed beforehand, and I love it. Like oh my god, I just saw the ear and that thing's big.
So
I got a glimpse of that ear and that thing looked big. Like,
this this
oh my
Patamon,
god.
he's huge. I have to sand him down and paint him, but this thing is huge.
How long did it take to print that and how many pieces?
It was one, two, three, 4 pieces. I chopped them in half, printed the top half on one printer and the bottom half on the other. And when they were done, I printed the ears
Oh my god.
on one printer. Yeah, it took
That,
about maybe 4 or 5 days
that's
to print him
crazy.
fully. Like he is big. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he is.
Like a very, very big boy. Like he's huge.
Shade says he wants one. His birthday is Thursday. Bro,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I love Patamon. I have the D3 to match. Like, Patamon is everything.
Yeah. No, especially because it's like his. I prefer his champion level uh Digivolution over any other of his evolutions, and that's just me. Some
Well,
people's gonna be like, "Oh,
Angemon.
yeah,
Yeah, Angemon is dope.
no." And then what's after Angemon? It's
Magna Angemon.
yeah. Now he looks pretty dope, but like my in my opinion,
Yes, Raphimon.
yeah.
But yeah, he's pretty dope. I love Patamon. I feel like I have the crest of hope. So,
But
but yeah, so that's that. After that, I actually wanted to put a Dino Thunder Ranger in one of my projects, but I didn't want to put a traditional Ranger. You know, red, blue, black, white, anything like that. So I looked at all the
well, it's
Zords
good
and
luck.
stuff like that,
Uh,
and the one I found that I probably would like the most was the Inklo sword that they had, the orange one. So I decided to put the Orange Ranger in my series, and I made the Morpher here.
oh, that's cool. I like that. Now,
And I
does it
printed
actually?
it and finished it myself.
Does it
So
actually?
yeah,
Does the mouth move?
no, it doesn't.
No. So it's a prop. It's the
It's just a static, just a prop. Yeah,
yeah.
doesn't actually move. But yeah, I did that, finished and printed that pretty quick. It probably took like 12 hours to print.
That's not bad. 12 hours.
And then another Ranger that's going to be appearing in my show, spoiler alert, even though I already announced it, is the Titanium Ranger from
Lightspeed.
Lightspeed. And this is his axe that I printed and finished.
Now, does isn't it longer or is that actually the actual?
This is the actual size.
Okay.
So, like, if I wanted to, I could have did it to where it becomes, you know, like the blaster.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to use the blaster in the show, so I just made everything static. So
Made everything stabby.
static,
Ah.
like permanent, one spot. What else? I guess we can show you helmets. So these helmets that I have now that I just finished, one of them is for Hunter from Dino Fury.
Cosmic
Uh,
Fury.
well, Cosmic Fury now, yeah. But it's her Dino Fury Ranger helmet, the one that she had at all her signings. It was the wrong shade of pink, so they sent it with me, and I redid it completely. Like I had to strip it all the way back down to the base
Sheesh.
bare coating, which sucked.
I
But I
bet.
did it anyways. But yeah, this is Hercules.
That's so nice though.
Go go Power Ranger. Dino Fury.
I gotta say I liked the Dino Fury uh theme song a lot better than Beast Morphers. I was not feeling Beast Morphers.
Yeah, Beast Morphers is trash.
Oh my god.
And then this one is one of my favorites.
Met him like
Titan's Born.
so many times. That helmet is nice though. So got a little bit of a lag going down. I noticed. That thing that's sick.
So yeah, those are the two helmets that I have finished now. I also do repaints. If you don't want to spend $300 on the Dino Force Brave Blaster, the Gabu Revolver,
Mm-hmm.
I can take the Dino Charge Blaster, the Japanese version, and repaint it,
Oh.
which I did for this one.
Oh, for the
Repainted this,
for Brave, right?
yeah, for Brave. So
That's pretty dope.
repainted this one, and it works with the lights and everything. Everything still works. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'll do a little bit of everything. Pretty, I like this one a lot. But I'm actually going to be cosplaying Dino Force Brave Pink.
Okay.
That's why I got this one. Skirting on, maybe. I don't know. Words
Now,
aren't really my thing.
I need to go through and watch because I really loved Dino Charge, and I went back and watched all of the Sentai for it.
Hmm.
And when I found out that they did a Korean version of it for Dino Force Brave, I'm just like, okay, I kind of need to give that a look over, and I still am yet to do it.
It's fire. I watched it like 3 times. I love it.
Yeah. I'm having so much lag going in on my camera on Streamlabs, and I don't know why. But all right, so to kind of move this along, uh, what's what's it like? What goes through your mind in your process of making your music? Like what goes into that? Do you just like
Um,
find a beat and be like, I really like this beat and start, coming up with lyrics? Do you like kind of freestyle, figuring out if you like it? Like, how do you, what's your mindset for that?
it really just depends on the mood I'm in, I guess. Um, not sure if you heard many of my songs. 'Cause I don't really put that many out there.
I think I've heard
But was
the last two songs you put up.
I'm not really sure which ones those were, but I'm not really sure which ones those were. Can't really remember yesterday, but if I want a club hype type beat, which is what I usually go for more times than not, because those songs are generally timeless. I kind of just get the beat that I like, and it really just depends on the beat. If the beat can hook me within the first 5 seconds, I know I can make a fire song to it, and that's generally like people listening to it. Like if the beat come on and they're like, "Oh my god, this is fire!" Like head bobbing and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I already got them in. Now the words, the hook. Now I gotta really like put it in there.
Yeah.
So I really don't take it seriously because it's not really a full fledged passion of mine. So I just literally sit here and just brainstorm some stuff. I kind of like freestyle a little bit, and if I like it, I end up writing it down and just going from there. Typically, only takes me about like maybe a day to write a song. I got maybe like 130 songs just sitting on my computer that I did. But I do have songs that's like more emotional and like you know has a meaning that's more meaningful.
Hmm.
And those just kind of come from that moment of when you're in like a depressive state and you just want to have an outlet and you just write. And that's where those come from. And I have a song called "If I Die," and it basically narrates um, my thought process and the timeline of basically what ends up being my suicide. And then in the song, you can actually hear, if you listen really closely in the background, like when the song first starts, you hear me writing on a piece of paper, crumbling it up and mumbling to myself as if I was writing a suicide note. And then when the hook starts, you can hear me faintly in the background, like cussing people out, asking them, at what point, do people start caring about me, and at what point does, my thought process not become selfish or whatever, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like small things in the song that you can hear that be like, dang, that's crazy. So it's a really good song, and it usually makes people cry.
Yeah. Also, Rando, I see you lurking in the shadows, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Uh, but so, what's what was your biggest influence with music, like growing up? Were you like hip hop? Were you rap? Were you R&B? Rock stuff.
um,
What would you say?
at first, it was mainly rap, just based off the area I grew up in and the environment I was in. But after a while, I kind of got tired of like the basic hardcore street underground rap. And I started like diving into more old school, like Tupac, Biggie. I listened to a lot of Michael Jackson, Fire. Um, and then once I got like really older, I started listening to country music.
Okay.
And now that's really all I listen to, which is crazy because I don't really even listen to rap. I can't even name five like modern rappers who came out in like the last couple of years.
I don't think
I
anyone
don't
can.
know any rap songs, but I can sit here and name like every country song. I know all the words, everything that happens in their videos. Like, yeah, country is my thing now. I love country.
See, that's crazy because like I grew up on like older country, like George Strait, Alan Jackson, you know, stuff like that. Growing up, I started getting into like Eminem, you know, things like that. So like my genre went from you know just mainly country to like Eminem, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, NWA, that stuff. And then I got into like my middle school, like 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 late elementary, early middle school, like Lincoln, like more into like Lincoln Park, you know, Disturbed, Slipknot. Like my music goes from country, rap, hip hop, straight up to like metal. And people look at me and they're like, "You listen to all?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like I don't just, but I mainly listen to just like strictly like hip hop, and you know like artists such as like Russ and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like not none of the bigger named artists, I should say, that I is who I listen to nowadays, but like it's a lot of like Russ, Jake, like J. Cole, Joyner Lucas, Logic, and like it just kind of like it throws. I throw a little bit of everything in there, and there's one guy that I recently started listening to, and I don't know if a lot of people know who it is. It's Youngblood.
yeah, I have no idea who that
Yeah,
is.
see, he's a British artist. Like he's from the UK. He did a song with MGK like right before his rock out like pop rock album came out, Tickets to My Downfall. And I listened to that and I'm like, okay, I like his vibe. And then there's another song that they did. And I'm like, okay, I like that song. And so I started doing that. And then like I listened to some of like his, uh, you know, like solos, like stuff that's not doing with MGK. And I'm like, I really like some of the stuff that he's done. Like, probably one of my favorite songs by him, if it's not Parents, it's Psychotic. I think it's like Psychotic Kids, and just the way that the beat is and all of that, I'm like, oh, I like this. Like you know, it's a really great song.
Yeah,
But so
I mean, I'm pretty down to listen to all types of music. I'm always down to find something new that I like. I actually like screamo. Can't
oh,
really name any songs, but if they played it, I'd be like, yeah.
there's a crunk. There, it's considered crunk core. It's like screamo meets like some rock elements meet rap, and they're called the name of the band's called Broken Side. And I don't think anybody knows it. There's like three people that I've met that know what they are about them, and oh my, it's some of like listening to it now. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cringe. I still kind of like it, but like listening to it back now, I'm just like, why did I listen to that? You know, it's like it's one of the things where like you look at like your younger self's music and you're just like, oh, I'm judging you so hard right
Be
now.
like that sometimes, man.
Yeah. So here's my question: what is Project Zodiac, and what can you talk about without giving too much stuff away?
Classified information, man. You know, the writers over there, the showrunners, man, he's a real stickler. Doesn't like me talking about something, explains to me. I'm everything. I do it all. No, I don't care about talking about it. So I've been working on Project Zodiac for years. I've seen Q Ranger, which is the suits I'm going to use. I seen that, and I was like, yo, that would be a dope Power Ranger concept, like for real. And I waited. They didn't adapt it. Waited another year. They didn't adapt it. And then Simon was like, "We're not gonna adapt those many Rangers. Like, we're not gonna do those suits. Like, got to stop asking. He's like, it's way too many. We're not gonna do it. Hasbro's not gonna do it. Like they're not gonna do it. Like no. So that's why they only have the Zords now because they don't want to do that many suits. But
It, such a failed like. Ah,
they missed out. They definitely missed out. They should have adapted the suits because the suits are fire.
yeah. I've
But
got four of the.
even with that, go ahead. What you about to say?
I thought I've got four of the 13 helmets.
Yeah.
Like
So
it's. I've watched that season like four
yeah,
times.
I love it. It's like one of my favorites. Next to Gokaiger, Kyuranger is my favorite at the same time.
Gokaiger was adapted
The
as
Super Mega Force,
okay. Yeah, so it's the pirates. Okay,
the Pirates, yeah, fire,
the best one.
tier, top tier, like can't
Yeah,
beat that. But anyway, so once I seen them, I was like, yeah, I should write my own story. So I just started writing in my iPad at the time, just a story on how I could use like 12 Rangers like effectively. And originally, you know, at this time, this is when I first heard of the Power Ranger Hexagon that was supposed to be Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder,
oh, okay.
um, with Tommy and Jason leading their own Civil War teams. And I was
Oh,
like, that's a good concept, but they
yeah,
didn't do it because they were going to continue Power Rangers or whatever, so they scrapped that idea. And I'm like, what if they kept that idea and use Q Ranger as a basis, as an adaptation?
yeah,
And everybody's like, what do you mean? So my original story is what I'm not using now because realistically I can't. There's too many like real actors involved. So the story basically took place in the distant future on Earth Prime, after Grid Battle Force introduced Morph X. This is before Dino Fury, so whatever. But it still can take place after all that stuff, after all the Morphin Masters have been introduced, all that stuff like that. Steel was brought back to life as a human. They brought back all these Rangers and stuff like that.
yeah,
Everybody has their powers, and I'm like, what if it's the distant future? Everybody's old as dirt. Tommy and Jason. Uh, Jason is actually the head of the Defense Space Federation. It's basically the glorified SPD
yeah,
with every other Ranger corporation attached. So Time Force, SPD, Lightspeed, Operation Overdrive, all of that is in one,
yeah,
and it's the Defense Space Federation. Throughout the entire multiverse, everything. They have trans-dimensional devices where you can jump from one Earth to the other, where you can visit the Dino Charge Earth, you can visit the Hyperforce universe, you can visit RPM universe, you can do all that
yeah,
with no problem. Everything's linked together, and the main central hub is on Earth Prime, ran by Jason. And some, they go and they defeating all the evil throughout the entire galaxy and throughout the entire multiverse. They're just defeating all evil. And as we know, based off the energy wave that Zordon gave off and stuff like that, that was my fault. I hit the
no, you're
mic.
fine.
When they defeat the evil, where does it go? And in this story, it goes back into the morphing grid because the morphing grid is controlled with evil and good. Got to keep it balanced.
Right,
So with them defeating all the evil, giving all the Rangers their powers back, passing them down to their children and their grandchildren and stuff like that, the balance is off. Too much good and zero evil practically. Like everybody who was evil went and ran to a different planet that housed all the worst villains, and they don't really commit any crime anymore outside of that planet. So the morphing grid got overloaded with evil energy and basically corrupted a certain individual. And this certain individual goes by the name of Don Ross, who is actually the main villain in my story. And he comes out of the morphing grid in the Dino Charge universe.
ooh,
And he wreaks hell. He basically is finding the weakest universes first. Dino Charge is the only Rangers on their Earth.
yeah,
So they have no backup that can get to them immediately. So he goes for them first. And
divide and
it's a normal
conquer.
day. Then all of a sudden, Jason gets a distress signal from um, Dino Charge Red, and he basically is saying he's being attacked by some unknown individual, and their powers seem obsolete. He's just absorbing their attacks, and he's already killed the whole team.
Oh wow.
So at this moment, he's like, okay, I'm going to dispatch other rangers to your location to help you. So he sends half of the force to go help. And this new enemy, Don Roz, destroys and murders everybody. Everybody. Like eliminates them. And at this point, they're like, what the hell? So now they got every scientist, every smart person, Nate Silva, Dr. K, everybody. They brought Haley back from Dino Thunder.
Oh
They
wow.
brought everybody back to try to figure out what's going on. So they collected some data from that battle. Um, and they came to a conclusion that normal Ranger powers, traditional Ranger powers, are obsolete because it's made out of the same energy that this being is made out of,
Yeah.
grid energy, pure grid energy. So it's nothing, it nullifies it. So they have to figure out how to basically develop new powers without using traditional grid energy. And the only thing that they could think of is the lights of Orion.
Okay.
Technically, that is not grid energy. It's powered by the mythological power of the stars, the belt of Orion, cosmic power stars,
Yeah.
basically, at least in this story. So they basically tap into that, and they ended up merging similar Ranger powers together to get new ones. So like they merged all Red Ranger powers to get the Red Ranger powers, all Blue Ranger powers to get the Blue Ranger, and so on and so forth. And they created 12 power cubes. You know, these thingies.
Yeah. The
Um,
Qtamas.
so they held basically like they're trying to find people who are fit to wield these powers. So the very first one that they created was number 12, the Hull Soldier, the Phoenix. And who better to lead the test on this power than Jason? So Jason, being the leader he is, he takes the power cube and he glows and it shows him. Of course, he's the person for it, and he goes and he morphs and he leads a new onslaught against this villain. So he takes the other half of the existing Rangers and he goes into battle with them, and he ends up dying.
Oh.
So these powers were working, but they weren't enough.
Yeah.
So he ends up dying, and all the other existing Rangers died. Every Ranger from ever existed, Mighty Morphin to Dino Fury, wiped. Those powers are gone completely.
Right. Right.
So now they have to put their money on the powers that they created, uh, the orbs. So then now they got to find the people who can wield them. They ended up basically disappearing and going to go find those people themselves because there's no more good. So these activate with the power of good and go find the people that's destined to wield them. So with Jason dead or presumed dead, they need somebody else to lead.
Right.
Um, all the other Rangers are dead. Only people that's here are the scientists and stuff like that. The only Ranger and Ranger set powers that has not been obliterated was JDF, Tommy. Tommy, he's more of a I don't believe in everybody should have their powers till the end of time type of dude. You know, he's a hermit. He doesn't want to be a part of it. He believes in ultimate balance and stuff like that. So they come and they track him down and they're like, Jason's gone. You know, he's like, what do you mean? He's like, everybody's gone. It's a new enemy. You're the only ranger left. Like, we need you to come and lead the Federation. And he's kind of like, I don't want to. I don't want that responsibility on my shoulder. I don't want to have to figure out a way to defeat this enemy. If I fail, then I'm going to feel horrible.
Yeah.
And you know, they're like, you're the only person who can do it. Like, we need you. Like, you're the greatest ranger of all time. We need you to come lead. So he's like, okay, I'll do it. So he goes and they start tracking these energy signatures down from the orbs to find these rangers, and it leads them to the most unlike the unexpected people. Like in the original story, the Red Ranger, he was supposed to be uh, the either son or grandson or descendant, depending on the time frame. Probably the son of Leo from
Lost
Lost
Galaxy.
Galaxy. So he had the power of the lion, and he was the son of Leo. The Blue Ranger was going to be the son of Billy and the alien ranger chick that he married or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, the Orange Ranger is the kicker. His name was Viper, and he was going to be the son of Scorpina, the
Okay.
villain. And she basically turned her life from from evil to good. That's why she disappeared, and you never seen her again, because she ended up having a baby. But the dad or whatever, he was like a horrible person, and he used to beat them and stuff like that. So she like protected her son and all that stuff like that. But he was chosen. The son was chosen to be the Orange Ranger. Who else? What's next on the list? Black. Black was actually the son of Blue Wild Force, but back in the day, Blue Wild Force was killed
Yeah.
when boy was a baby. So Danny, his best friend, adopted the little boy and raised him as his own. He basically picked up the mannerisms of Danny, but he's the son of
Max.
Max, and his name is Maxwell. So, who's next? Green. She's also the child of another famous popular villain duo, and her name is Camilla, and she's the daughter of Camille and Jared from Jungle Fury.
Ooh.
Um, hmm, who else? Silver the Snake was the son of Vibra from Lightspeed.
Hmm.
Snake motive. Haven't really thought anything for pink. Didn't really think anything for yellow. Uh, the blue bear
Hmm.
was the nephew of Aisha,
Okay.
inheriting the bear spirit. She adopted him. I think that's all of them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so the only one that didn't have a designation at the time was purple, and there was a good reason for that. So that's all of the 11 plus the 12th one, which was the Phoenix who died, who was Jason.
Hmm.
So they end up finding all these people, and Tommy does his Tommy thing, and he talks these people into, sacrificing their lives to help the great good. They go through a quick little training montage before the villain attacks again. He's terrorizing the universe, and he's just trying to absorb everything good in all these universes. So they take the battle to the villain, and Tommy not wanting to fight, he sends these unexperienced kids to go fight this battle without a proper leader. And the Black Ranger, being all cocky and hot headed, he rushes in and he dies. He gets killed. You see a body. He's actually dead. And this puts the heaviest like
Toll.
felt guilt on Tommy because he's like, this kid just died because he had I didn't want to go out and lead my team. So when everybody comes back, they're like giving it to Tommy, like going in, like you're the greatest ranger of all time. Like that's BS. Like you're not a good leader. You let a comrade die. You led us to our doom. It's like they are eating him up,
Yeah.
and he feels bad. And more small stuff happens. And Tommy goes out there. They get another distress call, and they're like, "If you're not gonna go fight, we will. We're not gonna give up. We're not gonna let his sacrifice go to waste." So they run out there again, and Haley's like, "Yo, Doctor O, like, you can't let these kids do this alone. Like, you have to give them some type of leadership, like, or they're gonna die,
Yeah.
just like everybody else." So he feels that kind of sense of responsibility. So he goes and he takes his Master Morpher and he steps out there and he tries to morph, regardless of knowing that those powers aren't going to work. He morphs. It's morphin' time. Green Ranger power.
Yeah.
It's morphin' time. White Ranger power. Nothing's working. Dude's just give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
Yeah.
So he gets all the way down to Daniel Thunder Black. It's morphin' time. Daniel Thunder power up. Ha. Daniel Thunder Black tries to fight him. He gets knocked back, and everybody's like, Doctor O. He's like, stand back. I got this. I'll give my last breath here protecting you guys. You know, can't let my best friend Jason, whatever, whatever, gives a whole little heartfelt speech, and he has his brachial staff in his hand, and he's like demorphed. He has the brachial staff in his hand, and he's about to go full at it. He clenches his power coin, and he's like about to run head on into the dude to fight him. And at this moment, like a beam of purple light just hits him, and he opens his hand, and his dragon coin turns into the purple dragon orb,
Yeah.
the 12th Q or the 10th Q Ranger, the purple one. So turns into the purple orb, and once he like activates it, his brachial staff turns into the
Pimp cane.
Dragon Commander's cane, the pimp cane. Yeah. So they're like, "Oh my god, Doctor O, like, what is this?" He was like, "I think I know what it is." He's like, "It's morphin' time," and he activates it, puts it in the staff, bangs it on the ground a couple times, do a little pimp walk, and then boom, the dragon comes out, flies around him. Boom, the new Dragon Ranger, dripped out purple, Dragon Commander, and he goes to work. He tells them to suit up, they morph up, he gives proper leadership, and they start going in.
Molly
Um,
whopping.
yes, yeah, they start to beat them bad, and that's kind of where my story, in that sense, ends. Because once I got all that written out, I was showing people and stuff like that. They were like, "If you want to do this story realistically, dog, like, how are you gonna get all these Ranger actors to be a part of it? Like, come on now." And I was like, "You're right." So I had to rework it to fit my narrative, and my range of access. So I removed that whole Civil War type thing, kind of. Jason's not in charge. There's not really anybody of importance of Ranger stature currently that's in this story. Really, only one is the Blue Alien Ranger, Sestro. He's in
Okay.
the story because he's an alien, so he can live for a long time.
Yeah.
Everybody else is basically dead. Um, it's the year like 3000 and something. Instead of Time Force, it became the Defense Space Federation because technically Time Force didn't have Morphex, so it's an alternate timeline,
Yeah.
and it didn't become Time Force solely. It became Defense Space Federation in like 3010, like 10 years after Time Force. Um, but yeah, so now the DSF is led by the adopted son of Commander Kruger. His
Okay.
name is Artemis Kruger. He's a human. He's African American human, and he's the new commander. His second in charge is Lieutenant Daniels. He's like the grandson of Devin Daniels. And this storyline basically follows my character Dominic as he gets transported to an alternate universe's future, where the quantum powers never made it to the future. So
Oh.
when he gets transported to the future, his quantum powers get shot back to 2001, where Eric finds him, and that's how that cycle continues.
Yeah.
And I land in this unknown time, get confronted by Commander Kruger's son. He tells me that I'm in an alternate time, an alternate Earth, probably, and here they have a device, powered by Morphex that's able to grant anybody they wish Power Ranger powers from any era.
So of course he's
And
gonna go with what he knows.
yeah, so he shows me this device, and he tells me like, yeah, this is what we use, whatever, whatever. And there's a distress call, and he sends one of his cadets, and I'm like, let me go. This is only cadet. You get yourself killed. He's like, you don't got no powers. He was like, I said, you hand them out like candy. Let me get something. So he gives me the Green Galaxy Morpher. It says, go be his backup. We go, we fight this villain Don Roz, and he kills the Orange Dino Thunder Ranger, which was the cadet, and steals his power. Then they call for backup. Commander Kruger comes. He tries to morph, but Don Ross steals his powers. Doesn't kill him though, but it hurts him really bad. And then we got more backup coming. Lieutenant Daniels, who is in control of the titanium powers. He comes and gives me backup. and then we morph and we fight. And that's kind of how episode one goes, part of it at least. Yes, it's pretty dope. The whole end story is going to be amazing, and the ending of the series is basically a leeway for more people with their own original Ranger teams to not have to find a way to tie it into any existing Rangers. So it
Okay.
basically wipes the slate clean. So at this point, if you want to create a Ranger team, you don't have to base it off of somebody else's power. You can have your own story of where this power comes from. And there's no limitations on your creativity because you don't have to be like, oh, but what about
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin? Or what about Ninja? Or what about this power? What about the Zeo Crystal? That don't matter. That doesn't exist anymore. So it's a good way to include the community, like I'm doing even further. But yeah.
Yeah.
But in the chat, I sent you the audio trailer
I will
that I
play that
released a couple of weeks
for
ago,
you.
and it's just a small little snippet audio trailer of various actors and cast
So
members.
you also
and stuff
sent
like that.
me a sneak peek of.
And
So
then
do
I
you
also
want?
sent you the sneak peek of Dr. K, who's played by James McGee um, from the series.
Okay.
She's just talking about how the powers were created.
So I'm gonna go ahead and play the announcement teaser trailer for you guys.
No longer protects you.
Reading about this ancient power called the Lights of Orion, derived from the constellation Orion.
The DSF has full access to every Ranger power source ever. Why the hell aren't we using this?
Where's Kruger? How did this happen?
He stole our powers and he killed Delphi.
What's wrong?
There's one on Aquitar, one on Scorpius 2, and two right here on Earth.
My ancestors were powerful beings. Why that out? Do you think we can stop this Don Ross guy?
He is one of my students, son of the legendary Billy Crest. It looks like he has the spirit of a wolf like his father.
How's that even possible? Eliminating all evil?
Red Ranger by the name of Andros was the cause of that spike in grid energy.
Power distribution outside the grid? Without proper balance, there will be chaos.
It is your duty as a Power Ranger to save the universe. Now is the time. May the power always protect you.
Okay. Whoever you got to do the Zordon voice actually really killed that.
That's actually Zordon.
Oh, that's
So,
David Fielding.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
It is. That's my boy. He came in clutch with that, and appreciate him for that.
Yeah, dude. I've
That's
met
my buddy.
David Fielding so many times. I love him. Like the first convention I ever went to, he was there, and I think he was like one of the first couple people that I met. And then I went back and saw him and got pictures with him, and I think I was in my green Ninjetti costume, which I can't find that. So before everybody and their mother in the cosplay world was doing the green Ninjetti, I had got it done because I was like, if I'm a cosplay, I want to cosplay as something that's not, ever been done. And I didn't really, and I went around looking and like I hadn't seen anyone do it. And I'm so mad that I can't find this, like that cosplay because like that was probably about the only cosplay that I've had. And a friend of mine's now ex-fiance, my best friend's ex-fiance, they did all the sewing for it. They got my measurements, and like they handmade it within like a month. I got them the fabrics. They made it for me, and it turned out amazing. Like you could definitely tell that it was a home cosplay, but like the detail was really good. And I went back. I got pictures with him, David Yost, I think Blake. What is his name? He played. He was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ernie.
Ernie Reyes.
Yeah. I got one with him and a couple of the other and like Nakia and Karen and all them, just in my green Ninjetti suit. I'm like, that was such a great weekend. And then I went back the next year when I was actually like volunteering, and some of them remembered me. And now, like years later, I've worked with countless Ranger actors. But yeah, but that's pretty cool that you got David. So I'm gonna play this sneak peek of Doctor K.
Because of the large amounts of grid energy, individual attacks won't work against Don Ross. It's almost like the grid energy nullified all attacks. According to my analysis, if we're going to defeat him, we'll need to combine powers in order to create new ones so we can overpower Don Ross. I've been reading about this ancient power called the Lights of Orion, derived from the constellation Orion. Think about it. They have enormous amounts of energy, some even burning for eons. It is the perfect alternate energy source.
I was looking at the because you posted that on some, I think on your Instagram, and I looked at it. I'm like, that suit definitely looks like a suit from Q Ranger.
Talking about the Dr. K.
Yeah.
So I like how I do it is I give my cast members free range.
Yeah.
I give them an angle of what their character's supposed to be, and I let them run with it. I told her what her character was, the daughter of Dr. K and Ziggy, and I told her you can do whatever you want. I was like, you're going to be like a gritty, in the dirt type of person, but you're like the smartest person in the universe. I was like, you're on an expedition right now. That's why you can't be here in person. I was like, so, kind of go with that. And she did, and that's what she came up with. I sent her that little badge thing that's on her chest, and she came up with that, and it's actually a really good look, and she pulls it off really well.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Now,
But yeah, she explains basically how she discovered creating those powers. She's the creator of the new power set
okay,
that we receive, and she explains how she came up with the idea.
that's awesome. So now, getting into the final question, because we're about an hour and 12. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Tattooing full time, prop maker, cosplayer, music producer? What do you see yourself doing in 5 years from now?
Honestly, I have no idea. I currently do tattoo full time. I don't have a normal 9 to 5. I tattoo as my main source of income. Music producing comes second, and then prop making comes after that. So hopefully, in 5 years, I will be able to open up my actual storefront tattoo shop and have others working for me or working with me, I shall say, in that building, and then eventually expand it into a functional building that incorporates music, tattoos, extracurricular activities, sports, and stuff like that, like a community center
Oh, that'd be kind of
where all
dope.
this stuff can be.
Yeah.
But on a smaller scale, in 5 years, I hope to be in my own building, with people working with me. But I go day by day, see where it takes me. So, like I said, I don't really put too much effort in my music. Oh, I don't really care too much if I get recognized on my music wise. I haven't even released nothing but 3 songs. Supposed to be releasing a project coming up soon, but it's not really that important to me, so I'm taking my time with it. But yeah, my goal right now is to focus on tattooing and do stuff that I like to do in my spare time. Just have fun, raise my daughter.
Yeah. The fun stuff.
The fun stuff. Babies are crazy.
Now, for the ones who are just tuning in, if you missed this interview, I will. I wouldn't even really consider this it's an interview, but we also talked other things. So this is why I call it a live. I call it a live interview podcast because it's not just asking questions. It's also talking about other things. But it will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. If you aren't already, you can follow it. on, work for me, buddy. There it goes. You can type in Jed Powell, and it's about to pop up there like 4 times. I can already feel it. You can either type in Jed Powell, or you can type in Mac2Cool93. Either one of those ways will pull it up. You can find Demo on all of his social medias if you type in Woodlum Inc. Studios, and it's Woodlum's all one word. Inc. Studios for those in chat. And give him a follow. Keep up with Project Zodiac if you're a Power Rangers fan. If you like tattoos, he posts plenty of that on there. He also posts, I believe, about your props, right?
Yes, my props. I also have merch, like the hoodie that I have on right now.
Hey.
You guys can see it. But I have a bunch of merch too: hoodies, sweatpants, shirts, bags, everything you can think of, covers, posters, anything. I have all that kind of stuff. It's all posted on my Instagram.
So definitely go check that out. And then a quick little plug here, real quick. Now, as you know, I've been getting a little bit into the prop, 3D printing realm of things. This Tuesday, February the 28th at 4 p.m., I will be interviewing. Well, I'll be bringing a very, very special guest. Like, he's someone that I've been watching for the better half of like 3 months now, maybe 4. Frankly Built. Huh?
I said, "Ooh, is it Aniki?"
No, God no. I will be bringing Frankly Built. He is a YouTuber. Well, he's a content creator. He posts about his props. So he built the Mark 85 Iron Man suit on YouTube. He went viral on TikTok for his project Infinity. He 3D printed all of the props and the Infinity Stones. But I'll be bringing him on, and it is I think that's probably going to be one of the biggest guests that I've got coming on. In terms of like notoriety and each of the. Yeah, let me do that real quick. I'm gonna show you something, guys. I'm gonna bring up his Instagram. But yeah, he's been at different different cons for for his Iron Man suits, and it is some of the best looking suits that I've seen. Like it is running slow right now. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. That'll be this Tuesday, February the 28th. I might be able to get that pulled up for you guys. It's running really, really slow. There we go. Not now. Let's see. Frankly Built. I'm just gonna pull up like something that he's. So this is the latest thing that he shared. Demo over there just chilling.
Yeah, I got like 50 people texting me about getting tattoos tomorrow, man. I hate last minute schedulers. I usually charge like $50 more than normal if they wait last minute like this.
Yeah. Is that hold up? I just realized. Is that Vegeta in your back wall?
Yeah, yeah. Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, it's not gonna pull up. Just so here's this for you guys. Just like some of the stuff that he's done, like he's 3D printed all of his suits. That's someone else. He's got he's got a Red Hood. He's got a Dr. Fate helmet. He's got just all this stuff, and it's really cool. He's even got a Power Rangers helmet that he did. But yeah, so I'll be having him on my on here Tuesday. So if you want to check him out, it's Frankly Built. Bam, there you go. He's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, all under Frankly Built. But I will see you guys then. I appreciate everyone for being in. And if you aren't, go follow Demo. It's Woodlam Inc. Studios. It's on the back wall there. I'll type it in right here for you guys.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well.
.com/Woodlam Inc. Studios. There you go. I sent you a link to his Instagram. And let me see. Is it going to pull it up? But yeah. So if you guys like this style of me doing... It says my internet's not going to let me... Okay. Well, that's fine. Quit Kira. But... You know, follow him there, Woodlam Inc. Studios. You know, hey, if you want, maybe he'll be nice. You can book him you can book a tattoo appointment with him, if you know you want to pay for his travel fee. Which I've highly thought about it. Like me and him's talked about it. I've definitely thought about bringing him out to where I'm currently resided in, just to do tattoos. Like that's how good Demo is. And I'm not just saying that because he's on here. Like I've talked to him about his work, and just for someone who is basically self-taught and just, you know, went through and just put in the time, like he's really good. So definitely give him is it come on shit
Or just wait.
huh
Said what?
Shade says, come on, shit, we both can get some tats.
Well, you can catch me at PMC is the next convention I'm going to be at.
I'm thinking about going next year.
2024, Paramorphicon. It's the next convention I'm going to be having my tattoo stuff at. So, yeah, you don't want to pay that travel fee.
Now,
Unless you're in, you know, the Midwest area, that's a little bit cheaper. So
yeah. But no, my definite thing, if you're a Power Rangers fan, I'm probably definitely going to do a giveaway for that, for a weekend pass. I just got to get a little bit better streaming, because with work taking over as first assistant, it's just been, yeah, go to Fayetteville. Come to Fayetteville, man.
think about it.
I'm definitely thinking about going. But PMC is definitely the end all be all Power Rangers convention. I've attended it, I've worked it. And I would definitely say, if you want to have a great experience, PMC is the way to go. And I'm not just saying that because I know some of the Ranger actors. I know some of the people that run PMC. That's just me as a Ranger fan saying, hey, of all the conventions, PMC is the one to go, because they have over 150 guests.
A lot.
Yeah, like you're not gonna find that anywhere, and it's not just like, you know, Power Rangers and, you know, pop culture people. It's not just anime people and Power Rangers. It is strictly Power Rangers and some American Toku guys. Like there's been some of the Super Sentai actors. There was a Kamen Rider Dragon Knight that guy was there one year. VR Troopers, Brad Hawkins and Michael Hollander was there. So yeah, it's definitely something to check out. And they always announce the new season's Rangers. So if it's something you guys are interested in, check it out. But for right now, I'm signing out, and I will see you guys later.